Hi, my name is MJ. I work at a Hyatt Regency Santa Clara, and I am a greeter for 6 years.
6 years?
Almost 6 years, yeah.
And have you always been in the restaurants?
Restaurants, I train in the front desk, in the PBX. I did Regency Club as well.
And 7 years ago, before you came to Hyatt, what were you doing?
I used to work at Fry's Electronic,
Oh, no kidding.
customer relations supervisor, and all my hair were gone at the end of the day.
How long did you work in that position?
7 years too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you
years.
learn a lot about customer service in that position?
I did. It's different learning because working in the customer service, when it comes to their products issues, they come into you and say, my fridge not working, my TV's not working, and then our policy was not like, oh, I cannot take it back. Sorry, you have to call the manufacturers. You're out of here. That was. So for me, I took that really seriously, and I normally like, you know what, I'll take the blame, but I will take your fridge back and give you a new one. So my district manager and I, we always have a clash because they were like, you know the policy, 30 days before you say you can't return it, you need to call the manufacturers. And I'm like, no, but if I'm to get customers, my fridge not working, you can't just send me away if I have a family. So I would normally like call our district and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna replace the fridge or TV to make this happen.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, 7 years in another field before you came to Hyatt, and the reason you're in this chair is because you're exemplary in your customer service, and people have told us how great you are.
Oh.
So I was going to ask, did somebody train you in customer service? But it sounds as if, you were going against what they were saying because you were really sticking up for your guests, and you knew
Yeah.
naturally. So
That's right.
would you say that's a natural instinct, your customer service?
Yeah, I don't think there is such thing as training in terms of customer service. Honestly, I think it's just the feeling that what would I feel if I'm with a person. It's like knowing that I'm walking in with my little girl, or even as a person away from home, how would I feel, how I want to be treated. If my mom away from town, how I want my mom to be treated, right? So I want to be like, I want them also to remember that, like, actually I didn't have that bad trip. That was great, because these people make me so different. Even if I'm away from home, I don't have to call and, hey honey, how are you doing? I'm bored and sad in this trip. I want them to like remember that.
Do you remember just this last weekend over Easter, you had a family come in and they enjoyed the Easter brunch, and they called and left a voicemail for your supervisor that said just how great you were. It was the Donner family, and they left this wonderful voicemail saying how much of an impact you made on them. Do you remember that interaction?
I remember Miss Donner, because the fact is, 5 days before the Easter, I called everybody, hey, how are you? Just to let you know, I'm calling from Hyatt and confirming your reservation. Is there any kids? If you do have kids, please, if you have a basket, but we do provide a basket, bring them, because we do have a nice Easter hunt planning for the kids, and also our brunch start at 9. Just tell them all that policies. And then it's just something that conversation strike up with me and her. She's like, oh, you are having an Easter hunt for the kids? I'm like, yeah, we do it every year. It's amazing. Matter of fact, I just loaded up 200 eggs this last week, so I'm excited to see the kids. And if you do, please let us know if there's cancellations on your reservation and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it was, but she's like, we will be there. And she's like, are you gonna be there? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be here and look forward to see you. And that was it. And she came in and Arlen was like, MJ, there's the blonde ladies looking for you. I'm like, what blonde lady? She's like, over there. I'm like, I don't even know who she was. I swear I have no idea who she was. And she's like, so I look at the book, I'm like, oh, that's Miss Donner. I think that was her. I was actually hoping it was somebody else that I didn't know. So I just came by and said, hi, I'm MJ. By the way, this is the little one you're talking about. And yeah, so that was it. I said,
That's great.
Yeah, and knowing, I did not know that they were staying here.
So just from the initial phone conversation, she sought you out. So you must have even just made a connection on the phone.
Oh yes, I think that was the fun, because she was like about her grandkids. She's like, every Easter I always only spend time with my kids on Easter, so I'll make sure I have with my grandkids. So I'm like, yeah. So I think that was the first conversation on the phone that I had with her. And
That's
then when she
amazing.
came in, she was like, oh my God, you're so nice talking to you, and yeah.
This is what's so amazing to me is 7 years in the hotel, and you still have the energy and enthusiasm as if it was your first week. How, MJ, how when you go home at the end of a day, how do you know if you've had a good day?
I think every day is a good day in general at work, because I think for me it's like there's no reason to be life is to be proud every day. There's no reason to be I know that we have our moments sometimes, we do, but I think my family is happy. Like what again I told you, Elisa, about these, like if my family is happy, my boss are happy, my friends are happy, there's no reason for me to be like coming to work and grumpy or go home and grumpy. I mean, although I do have some moments, sometimes I'll be like, I'm having a bad day, don't talk to me, but when I have that day, like I normally like just, and also seeing you in the morning, greetings, say, hey guys, good morning, how's everybody today? And that kind of light you up.
We're here with Elise tonight. Say hi to the camera, Elise, so that
Right,
everybody
Elise?
can see who's over
Oh,
here.
wow, there you are. Yeah.
And Elise gets to benefit from your great service, and you make her look very, very good, and myself as well. Let me ask you something, MJ. After 7 years, what are you most proud of in your Hyatt career?
I think I am proud with the most high career is just, I take pride for this company, working in this company. I really do. And everyone, what do you do? I greet people, I talk to people, this is what I do. I think this is what I'm good at. Like reason why mom probably did very mad at me for not working in a hospital as a nurse, because everybody has a passion. And I think that's what I find myself, like being with people, talking to people, like how do you do, how's your day? I want to learn about everything. If I can read their mind, I will do it and say, oh, how's your day? And I think that's, yeah.
Let me ask you one last question, MJ, because I think that you probably have this, you just have this perfectly down. How do you balance your work-life balance? How do you go home and make sure that you can leave work behind and really enjoy yourself when you're away from work?
I think when I leave home, I make sure like today, once I walk into the work, whatever, once I close the door, it's a different energy for me at work. It's not just because I'm here to make money, it's just not even that. It's also the fact that I want my coworker to know that I'm just there for them left and right, and I balance it. I think, again, if you're happy at home, I think do same thing at work, but also you have to separate personal issues at home and at work. Because the work is different. People don't expect how you react every day. And at home, people knows you. And at work, they were like, I don't know what happened today, but I expect you to be here with me and work together to make everybody's life easier. And the day, because think about it, if one person walked in and said, oh my God, you're amazing, and the word spread out, everybody was like, let's go to Hyatt and see this person. That make us also like 1 multiplied to 10. There's 10 people, 20 people coming in to this hotel. Let me be like, more hours for me too. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
MJ, thank you very much. You put that very, very well. One interaction with you means that people are going to leave the hotel as promoters, and we're going to see more and more guests come back just because of the interactions and connections you made. So thank you very, very much for what you do. I enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you, Jason.
Bye.